do the newspapers. We have only a couple of them that have been published for today, because we all know that it's a holiday as always. Yeah. And Mama Africa will start with Daily Graphic. Mama Africa.
I thought I would look like Mama Ghana. But this is actually the first time that I've tied my hair.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, like I look like a Mama Ghana.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Mama V, Mama Ghana.
Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of the Graphic. President charges security bosses to halt emerging challenges. So there's a picture of the president coming along with a headline on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Also, Public Procurement Authority warns against cancellation of port projects. That story on page 44. Buhari to address 61st Independence Parade. He arrived in the country last night. Electricity tariffs reduced. Residential customers to enjoy 17.5% cut. That story on page 3 comes with a picture of Mrs. Mami Dufio-Fori, who's the Executive Secretary of the PURC. So let's take that story first on page 3. A bit of it says, with effect from March 15, 2018.
March 15.
It's not March 6th, which is today, no.
No, because of that, I let my credit run down yesterday. So I'm thinking that today.
You have to,
so I have my card in the car.
You have to buy for another 7 days or so.
Uncle Nanado.
So effective March 15. Okay, where are we with the story? Residential consumers of electricity will enjoy a 17.5% reduction in electricity tariffs depending on their level of consumption. And the non-residential customers will also experience a 30% reduction, while special load tariff customers, those who use more power, such as industries, will enjoy a 25% cost reduction. The mines will pay 10% less of their current tariffs. The rest of the details along with the story is here on page 3. The PRC has announced a major tariff reduction of consumers of electricity from 10% to 30%, but that's only effective March 15. And then on page 16, still in the Daily Graphic newspaper, we're headed to page 16 next. I think 2 stories that we'll do on the page. One is President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo charging heads of security agencies and the ministers for the interior and national security to find a lasting solution to the emerging security challenges in the country. So he gave the charge when he held a crucial meeting with heads and the 2 ministers to review the security situation in the country following the upsurge in armed robbery. Meeting was held behind closed doors, but they've got some details to share in the paper. You can grab it and read the rest of the story. FDA investigates Akapovi copper food poisoning, and Maxwell Agbagba has been chasing the story for us, going to this particular community, I think 2 days in a row. Let's fast forward, go to page 20. I think there's also another story there of interest. Buhari to address our Independence Parade. Later this morning, Roland will be coming to you live from the Independence
Definitely.
Square.
I'll be down there making sure that I bring you all the previews before the main parade starts. And we know that it's going to be a parade that is going to be supervised by the Ghana Armed Forces and the other security personnel or security services. So all of it is right here on the show before we bring you the main event.
Yeah. Okay, so this one about Public Procurement Authority warning against cancellation of port projects. Story says that the PPA has advised the Ministry of Finance to write to the World Bank to explain the situation to avert any dire consequences on the state. And here's the situation. Is a cancellation of a concession agreement granted Messrs. Ipstick Ghana Limited by the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority. Cancellation, we're told, will have severe legal consequences to the state. So there's been some kind of direction. I'm sure in the coming days we will hear more details about this story. GS withholds one President's Award for Northern Region. It says the Ghana Education Service, in consultation with the Ministry of Education, has decided to uphold this year's President's Independence Day Awards for one recipient in the Northern Region. The decision follows a petition to the President to intervene and ensure that the President's annual awards to students who excelled in the Basic Education Certificate Examination is given to only deserving students from that part of the country. So the petition is here, and then the conversation thereafter as well. And then it also tells you about the award and the selection procedure. So all of that in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Let's look at the back page of the paper before we move on to the Daily Guide. Back page, Kolebu emergency units lies idle. Story says that an emergency unit at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, which was refurbished at millions of dollars at the expense of the taxpayer, still lying idle 4 years after it was handed over. The chief executive of the hospital, Dr. Felix Anya, told journalists in Accra yesterday that the facility had been a white elephant since the Ministry of Health handed it over to the hospital in 2014 because of structural and technical defects. Simple words, we've wasted our money. Yeah.
Special prosecutor.
Ministry of Food and Agriculture is signing an agreement to develop seeds industry. That's the second story, also on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. So there you have it. Let's see center spread. Is there anything I missed? So center spread is device own model of development African countries urged, and then health facilities ordered not to refer Lassa fever patients. Transfer via commercial transport would spread disease. So this is one big caution coming through. The Ghana Health Service has ordered managers of health facilities across the country not to, under any circumstance, refer patients with any case suspected of Lassa fever or infectious disease in any unapproved hospital transport system. Details of that in the center spread of the Daily Graphic newspaper. I think we've had enough, Roland.
Okay, so let's do the Daily Guide newspaper. It has on the front page, light bills go down. I love the way they put it, light bills.
But I thought not yet. It's 15.
Light bill, 15. And I have my card in the car.
Masa, you better buy for another 7 days, I said.
So I'll buy for another 7 days and see. And we have Nana meets security couples over armed robberies. And then we have Buhari arrives in Ghana. We know that he's a main guest of honor for our independence anniversary celebration. 61 years of nationhood. And Mama V, this is your pastor, lead pastor.
ICGC, Mensa Otabil?
No defense. Otabil watches Animal TV, but we know that we have to put things into perspective. He generally said that, well,
did you listen?
Yes,
you listened, right?
I listened to the entire because I thought something was not right with the publications.
Okay.
He wouldn't have said it, so he said it in context, and so I went to watch what he was saying lengthily, and he was saying that the content of media and the broadcasts and the publications really are supposed to edify, encourage, motivate people, and not always talk politics and not talk about the needs of our country. And it's as if the media is always talking about NDC and MPP, etc., and not talking about how people are sick, perhaps how good roads people need, and then also perhaps the good things that the ordinary Ghanaian may be doing that will motivate other people.
So because of that, he watches.
And he said, so he better
Animal
not.
Channel.
So he better not watch Ghana TV, even though he watches just about 10 to 15 minutes. So most of the time he watches. I think he was talking about National Geographics and all that.
Oh,
so that's what.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what he was talking about.
Well, it's a matter of choice, isn't it?
Yes, I think so too. But because it's a church leader, topical leader. So whatever he says.
That's why it's become
so
like a major headline.
Whatever
I don't see the big deal really, because it's a matter of choice. Sometimes when you're home, you decide to watch football.
The only difficulty I had is that he has his church programming on various radio and TV stations.
So I tell you what, choose to listen or
not
choose to watch.
Right.
Is your choice as well.
Mama Africa. Now let's go to the center spread. We have Shatawale center spread news one pull out.
What is he doing?
It says police arrest Shatawale. And yesterday I watched his stream about how he was apologizing for the incident that people perhaps misconstrued.
Is always involved in one thing or the other. He always comes out to apologize. Really?
Wallah illallah.
Shut up.
Wallah
Shut
illallah.
up.
So he says
Shut
that Director of Public Affairs of the Ghana Police Service, Shella Backman, has disclosed that her outfit arrested dancehall artist Shatawale on Sunday for allegedly assaulting a police officer over the weekend. A video went viral of the controversial musician in a heated verbal brawl with a police officer who had apparently stopped an unregistered Range Rover, and a Range Rover with no number plate belongs to Shatawale but was being driven by another person. Upon arriving at the place after being called, the taking over hitmaker is seen in the video being verbally aggressive and finally driving off in another unregistered car along with a Range Rover. So we know all that has transpired. It's become topical, very controversial over the last 2 days, Mama V. All right, so now we do the Ghanaian Times, and we go to the Ghanaian Times. We have on the front page of the Ghanaian Times, electricity tariffs go down. Residential customers, okay, they get all the reduction up to 17.5%. Non-residential 30% reduction. Special load customers, what was that? 25%, and the mines, they get 10%. You have a picture there of Mami Dufio for Mrs. Mario Dufio, who is the secretary for the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, the PURC. Ghana and Nigeria must strengthen bilateral ties, and that's the vice president. Ibistek Port Expansion Project follow due process, the PPA. This is getting some prominence, and the story again is on page 30. Mama will review that. It says the Public Procurement Authority has said a follow due process in granting Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority approval to engage Ibistek Ghana Limited for the Takrady Port Expansion Project. It has therefore advised the Ministry of Finance, which recently ordered the termination of the existing concession agreement between the two institutions, to explain this to the World Bank and the way the project falls. Okay, so that's a good thing. President Buhari to celebrate Ghana 61, and on the back page of the Ghanaian Times, we have used CREMA concept to conserve environment, and the CREMA concept is basically the Community Resource Management Areas concept. And you have a picture there of Professor Frimpong Boateng, who is the Minister of Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. We have other stories there. The last one we'll be looking at music. Restrict movement of motorcycles in Ashaiman. You have a picture there of Albert Boachi Otri, who is the Municipal Chief Executive for Ashaiman. He says the Ashaiman Municipal Security Council has banned the use of motorcycles between the hours of 4 p.m. and 4 a.m. Oh, okay. And as part of efforts to reduce crime in the municipality, as it has been observed, criminals use motorcycles and the services of motorcycle riders to perpetrate crime between or during that period. Okay, good move there, if you ask me. Well, so
you through?
Yeah. We want to hear from our viewers this morning as well.
We do.
Yeah.
But let's begin to read some of the messages that have come through, and then we will go quickly online. 2 interactive sessions that we're going to share. One, because today is a holiday, I think it's a good time to also reflect. We spend a lot of time in traffic, and Frank Addo, like he does every morning for us here on the AM show, tried to figure out if people can make sense of how many hours they stay in traffic and what it does to their work. So some kind of little analysis, your own personal perspective will bring you that as well. And then on our conversation, which is how relevant is independence to this particular generation, we'll hit the streets as well. Frank, of course, also spoke to a few people. We'll bring that to you. But let's read some of your messages. This one says, it's from Emilia in Aswasi. Emilia, happy Independence Day to you. That's what we say, right?
Yes. Happy Independence Day.
Okay.
Or Happy Independence Anniversary.
Happy Independence Anniversary.
Any of them.
All right. If Ghanaians who deal in spare parts really enjoy the taxes that was taken away from their goods, then this reduction in tariffs should be something joyful to us. The government is simply playing with our minds. Please reduce the price of fuel for us to feel. Greetings to Nana Kwesi, Isham Al-Hassa, Julius Agahowa, and all social democrats. That's the message that's coming through. This one also says Happy Independence Day, Mama V and Roland. Well, we send it right back at you. We thank you. Now I understand why Mama V supports Manchester United. In fact, yesterday Manchester United was too much. Me, I was disappointed though, because I wasn't expecting
them to be 2 goals down. Yes,
I
was wondering. But I think that also for them to win speaks about the resilience of the team. And then I think Mourinho wants to build a team for the future. So
yeah.
Okay, so at least you're doing well there, my team, Chelsea.
So Hamidu says 2 goals down to win a match is not just easy. By the way, I'm still and forever blue in my mind. Roland, don't worry. Our Chelsea will bounce back to winning ways. That's only like the next season or something like that. I think that's what you're talking about, but not this particular one. And
no.
Even Champions League, you have to fight to be able to go.
Yeah, because we have Barcelona. They have a goal lead as we go and play them in
Charlie, you have to survive.
In stadium. That's going to be difficult.
Hamidu Salim in Jinko inside Lambinsi in the East Mamprisi district of the Northern Region. So happy Independence Day to you, Salim. We thank you for the message that you've sent us this morning. If you've also got a message, please hit it.
Oh, was it with everybody else?
Yeah. This one says Ghana is 61 now, and yet filth is everywhere. We have to change our ways of doing things to keep Ghana clean. That's from Zion in Wa. This one also says Happy Independence Day, and all these messages from WhatsApp. Good morning and Happy Independence Day to all Ghanaians, and may the Almighty Allah continue to protect us all. Stay blessed. It's from Abdul Razak, General in Lamashegu in Tamale. And this one also says Happy Independence Day to all Ghanaians across the globe, especially my only son, Zulkarnain Abdul Rafiu, who is 16 years and 2 days old today. So he's at Salaga SHS. I wish the best of luck. From Awudu Idrisu at Yeji, also sending us this message. And here's another one that says, good morning, Mama V. Roland. I'm proud to be a Ghanaian, but at times I feel sorry for myself because we've tuned our minds that we can't do anything, especially with these, our politicians. But I know we will reach our goals one day and be the shining star of Africa. Hashtag Ghana can do it. Ikia Adepa in Konongo.
Oh, okay. Good morning to you. I love that. Ghana can do it. It's a great hashtag. Yeah. Ghana can do it. I think we can all use it to be the conclusive part for our messages. Ghana can do it. It's a hashtag. Hashtag Ghana can do it.
Yeah. I would say hashtag Ghana do it. But you're nicer, obviously. Okay. This one says Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah built the Tema shipyard in Ghana to repair and build ships. By then, Singapore didn't even know, quote, how to weld metals. 60 years later, Ghana and its partners use billions of dollars to buy a ship, FPSO, at Mills, to drill oil from the Singapore. That's how shameless we've been with the Ghana Nkrumah left us. That's coming from Ben. And then I'll read the last one. We'll come back to the messages. This one says, in fact, I'm with Dr. Mensa Otabil. In total, it's sad the trend our media landscape is taking. Politics 24/7. Why? As a journalist living in England, I'm worried. In UK, even if it's a political issue, they call experts or ranking members in parliament, then party propagandists, always discussing issues of housing, education, health, sanitation, jobs, roads, etc. Standards have fallen too much. Nanansa Obafo in UK. Just stick to the AM show. That's all.
You know what? The fact that you're giving us this message means that you watch us. We thank you.
Yeah.
We thank you.
Stick to us. Stick to us. I mean, check it out. Yesterday when we were discussing the sanitation, when we were having the sanitation conversation, it was not NDC MPP doing
not at all.
The conversation.
Not at all. So just a general conversation about how we need to change it and what we're moving
with the right people in the studio. So we'll come back. Lots of the messages trickling in, but we will read all the messages. Let's do online, Roland.
Okay, so let's do online. We go to myjoyonline.com. So let's just turn. It's easier to turn now. We have touched mining equipment. Defense Minister rubbishes minority calls for his resignation. And then we have, it says Defense Minister there. But let's go to... Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one says ASAP ICU welcome miraculous 30% electricity tariffs, and it's miraculous because they said the papers they presented, they didn't think that the government would be in a position to. Oh no, that's a PR, so we'll be in a position to do all that.
What's the implication of this? What's the costs? I think that maybe because today is a holiday,
you're saying nothing's for free.
No, nothing's for free. This reduction,
maybe
that
we'll call ASAP or we'll call Isaac, a man from Kite, Isaac Ejukumhene, on the line to speak to him. I think that'll be Ishmael Ejukumhene to speak to us on this.
All right, so there are more stories on myjoyonline.com. Sierra Leone has opportunity to consolidate its democracy, according to former President Mahama. He said there's a reasonable opportunity, if you like, for Sierra Leone to have a successful election to consolidate its democracy. Yeah. Okay. Details of that on myjoyonline.com. Why your iPhone may suddenly switch off in cold weather and how to prevent it. Those of you who are on... I mean, I'm not an iPhone person, so you can read about this. No cooking in Volta village where contaminated Akpala wipes out 6. And this is one of those very worrying situations. Because if you've lived in the village, if you're from the Volta region and you've lived in the village for a while, and I have, you realize like almost every family eats Akpala every day. At least once every day, you have a family eats Akpala. And you
mean one family can eat akpla every day?
Yes, every day.
Okay.
I mean, the soup will change. It could be abobitadi, or it could be fetidachi, done in different ways.
Okay, is the soup that will change,
could even
but the akpla will be akpla.
Agbamatadi
or something.
But by all means, you will have akpla every day. Yeah.
So it's a staple.
It's a staple, definitely. And once they can't figure out the source of this contamination, then obviously, you know, they will have a problem. So let's quickly run through the rest of the stories. We'll dispatch Roland very soon to head to the Independence Square, meeting the man who caught
so I can go?
on air. Not quite.
Not
Stay
quite.
with me. Yeah. Okay, so let's just run through our stories rather very quickly. There's a video, families of pupils found dead in taxi at Patoy. They call for justice.
Also very tragic. And Fred Kwame Boateng, Fred Kwame Asari.
Yes.
Fred Kwame
That's
Asari
our colleague in the Volta region. Okay, let's finish off. Government releases seized Exton cubic equipment. That story is also making front page headline, myjoyonline.com. We've got many more stories on myjoyonline.com that you can touch base with. We have to read some of your messages and then we'll send Roland packing. So this one says, hooray, Ghana is 61, my motherland. For once, let us come together in oneness of purpose and with coordinated effort help build Ghana for ourselves and our future generation. Posterity will not forgive us. I believe strongly that our president is on course, and let's all of us give him the needed help. Happy Independence Day. Message is coming from Raymond Eduboating, who is in Northampton in the UK, sending this message. This one says, I'm watching your show, but this is the first time I'm sending a message. Please tell the MPP government to provide us jobs. Nurses are suffering. Happy Independence Day from Aremeyao Kelly in Salaga. And this one says,
Aremeyao, jobs will come. Jobs will come. Government just reduced electricity tariffs.
So the jobs will come, eh?
Jobs will come.
Somebody says that he cannot recognize me this morning.
Yeah.
This is me. It is moi.
Mama Africa.
Okay, so we'll come back with your messages, definitely. We have to pause and bring you sports. And then Ronald will come to us live from the Independence Square the next time that you see him. And then we're going to cross over because there's a fufu party happening this morning. It's Team. Ketsi Adom TV. So, you know, we're not doing the pounding.
Yeah. But I'm going to the Independence Square, so it means I'm going to miss out.
No. You will come and meet the fufu waiting for you. Just tell me what you want so that I can take it.
I have my asanka already. So
you give me the asanka.
Ebun, just a little entroba.
Okay.
And then wele
with fufu.
Oh, fresh meat.
Oh.
Fresh fish. What is it?
Okay.
Akranti.
So, really?
Akranti, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, see, he's reserving his. So we're going to cross over to the forecourt of Joy FM. That's where the football party will be happening this morning. So we'll have a lot of excitement in the studio. But I think it will be good to bring you a playback of this chat on how long people spend in traffic. Let's reflect on it. So it's a holiday. How long people spend in traffic and the effects that it has on their jobs. We'll come back with sports in a bit. Stay with us. You're watching the AM Show.
It takes me around close to 25 to 30 minutes to get to work. Sometimes I get very exhausted because I'm in a hurry to get to work early, so I get there very exhausted before the day starts.
Stay at Mataiku when I work at Dansoman, and I believe sometimes it takes about 45 to 1 hour. I think the traffic jam is very, very huge. And then before you get to work, sometimes you can spend that amount of minutes in the time, and I think it takes a lot of time. 45 minutes to 1 hour from Mataiku to Dansoman.
It takes me around close to 25 to 30 minutes to get to work. Sometimes I get very exhausted because I'm in a hurry to get to work early, so I get there very exhausted before the day starts. Yeah.
It takes me like 40 minutes to an hour to get to work. Yeah. And well, how it affects my productivity? Sometimes maybe I will leave the house around 7, and I'm expecting to get to the office maybe around 7:30 or 7:40 there, but I'll end up getting to the office around 8:30. And definitely what I could have done between that 7:30 to 8, I will not be able to do it.